I tried every time management method and none of them worked. I tried time blocking, color coding, batching, time blocking. I tried them all. Getting up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Billionaires get up before all. No. For me, especially my neuro-spicy, multi-passionate individuals, time blocking is not a reality. Time management, it just doesn't work. I'm a freight train. Once I get started out, I'm killing it. But to stop and start out something else, I even tried to use the traditional method of working hours between 8 or 9 to 5. No. I'm a night owl. I don't want to speak to anybody before 10. It wasn't until I gave myself permission to do right, wrong, that things worked for me. Hear me out. My 9 to 5 was demanding. My business was growing. And I just felt like if I had more time, then I could get everything done. If I could manage my time better, then I can get everything done. I can't tell you how many calendars I purchased and none of them worked. But here's the truth. I wasn't failing at time management. I was trying to manage something that couldn't be managed. You can't create more time. You can't time block your way to more capacity. And pretending you can only leads to burnout and people quitting and giving up. And not on my watch. You cannot give up on your dreams, okay? My breakthrough came when I stopped trying to manage my time and just started managing my priorities. This is basically how I came up with my planner, Plan to Win Clarity Planner, because I would take planners that I purchased and I would write a line down the middle, and that side was professional and that side was my business or personal. And I didn't do things by time block because for my business, if I could do some research and I'm like, I'm gonna do it on my lunch break, but somebody interrupts my lunch break at work because it's fire and it's an emergency, then there goes that. And instead, I started doing priority management. And I realized as long as I got 3 things that I must do or complete at work to keep me on track, and then 3 things that I must do for my business or personal that would keep me on track with my goals, then I didn't lose my mind. I didn't get frustrated and snap on my coworkers because can't you see I'm trying to have lunch? My must-dos are non-negotiable. They're what actually move the needle forward. They protect what matter most. This forced me to make decisions that allowed me to make my dreams come true and push forward and do the things and not live in a fantasy that I could just do all the things, because I can, just not all at the same time. So that's when it all clicked. I was trying to do everything the way that society teaches us. That is why majority of our calendars go from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And my days would go longer than that because I'm an employee-preneur. The 9 to 5 and then the 5 to 9. And we all know it goes later than 9. However, I digress. I have to do what works for me. So doing right, wrong, freed me. So if you're drowning in time management systems or methods that don't work for you, just stop. Stop. You don't need another productivity hack. You need Plan to Win. It forces you to get brutally honest about what matters. It forces you to get brutally honest about operationalizing your strategy that you're calling a plan. That's really not a plan. Putting things on the calendar, specific dates that I need this done by this date in order for this to happen with some padding in case I get sick, in case there's technical difficulties. This is what you really need, not a productivity hack. You actually need a plan, not just a strategy. And so many people get overwhelmed with doing it in the beginning that they just give up and be like, oh no, I know. But you spend 10 times that amount of time on a daily basis trying to figure out just where to get started or what to do next. You've been thrown because there was an extra meeting or somebody came in your office and talked to you way too long, and now you're spending 2 more hours just trying to get the train back on the track. When if you actually took the time in the beginning and plan, if you had to call an audible, at least you could, because there's an actual plan, not just a strategy. And just know, you can get the planner and do it yourself. There's a workbook piece in the beginning of the planner to help you really navigate and go through your goals to create not just steps, but tasks and subtasks to get them done. So you don't have to think, and you know that to-do list is already prioritized. It's not just a list that you're checking through, and the things that truly move the needle are at the bottom. So you can do that, or you can join us for the Plan to Win strategy session that we're kicking off in March so that you can make sure your Q2, if not Q2 and 3, are ready to go. And you can just really be on autopilot and you can get it all done without getting more gray hair or losing your mind or losing your job. That's it. That's all for today. You have a great one.